Hello there! Welcome to a studio vlog. It is Sunday, July 26th. I've been thinking about doing a studio vlog for a while, but I don't really do that much in a week. But I also kind of just want to get in the habit of forcing myself to do more things in the week. It's really hot out, but I'm gonna go for a run anyway. I don't know, I feel like I need to go outside and I need to like see things and clear my head a little bit and just be out there. And then I think I'll just come back and start my day from there. When I say start my day, I just want to be clear, it's 1 o'clock and I woke up at 11. So yeah, I'm gonna run. You're not gonna watch me run because I'm not Casey Neistat, but maybe you'll see some of the things I see while I run. Okay, let's go.
I'm worried about the way I've been living. I'm worried that you'll look at me different. I'm worried that this will all change. I'm worried about keeping you safe. I'm worried that I'm not that lucky. I'm worried that they never gon' love me. I'm worried that I'll be a fucking joke. I'm worried that I don't have control. Don't worry, baby, don't worry. One listen, why you always in a hurry? You got bigger things planned for you, don't worry. Gotta come to conclusions this early. Don't worry, baby, don't worry. One listen, sleep, why you always in a hurry? You got bigger things planned for you, don't worry.
So I went for my run. I'm in the process of doing my laundry, so that's good. I also did my skincare, so we're really on top of it today. The plan for today is to film the video for this week, which when you're watching it will be last week. It's a productive Sunday. I don't usually consider Sundays to be the beginning of the week. I usually consider Mondays to be the beginning of the week, but I kind of like it. I don't know. Sometimes I'm really lazy on Sundays. You know, I get the Sunday scaries, but today I feel like I'm on top of it, kind of. A lot of times what happens is I will go for a run or do my yoga or whatever the exercise form is, and then I won't get anything else done for the day. So if we could film. I recognize that I'm filming in this present moment, but thinking about filming a different video, I'm like, ugh. It's not that I don't want to do it, it's just that I want to procrastinate it. Alright y'all, it's day 2 of the week. Day 1 of the week? I don't know, it's Monday. I just filmed my video for this week. You may recognize that it looks like that video. They just started blowing leaves outside, so if you can hear that, I'm really sorry. This is gonna be quick. Today I'm going to the beach. I'm really excited. I watched a Skillshare yesterday, not sponsored. Maybe one day, Skillshare if you're listening. But I watched a Skillshare yesterday about sketchbooking, and the woman was painting. She had done some paintings in her sketchbook at the beach, and I thought that would be really awesome. So I'm gonna do that. I'm going to the beach with my friend, and I am bringing my sketchbook, and I'm gonna try and do some paintings there. Seems kind of ballsy, but like paint and the beach just doesn't seem like it would match up, but I'm gonna do my best. I'm bringing some Arteza gouache. I'll show you what I got. Ugh! I'm bringing a little palette and a couple Arteza gouache. So I've got a pale yellow because sand, you know. I've got titanium white because necessary. Oh, and then I have a deep green because I don't know why. And then I picked as close as it seems to CMYK from my color swatches to bring with me just so I can mix them. There isn't a cyan, magenta, or really a true yellow in this box set. So I picked what I could from the swatch. So this is the swatch. This is the yellow that I'm bringing. This mid yellow, and then I think I took the cerulean blue and the rose, which is the closest one to magenta, pale yellow for the sand, and deep green just because it's pretty. So I'm not bringing a black because it's broad daylight, so I don't think that I need to tone anything down, and if I do, I'm gonna tone it down with deep green. We're just gonna see how that goes. That could be a bad idea. Hello, it is Tuesday. I did get sunburned yesterday, but it's kind of going away, so it should be okay. Painting at the beach was really hard. I tried my best, but it was definitely really hard. But I had a really nice day yesterday with my friends. Today, I have to edit the video I filmed yesterday to put up tomorrow, so I'm a little close on the time crunch. It is so hot here in New York, so I brought my cats into my air-conditioned room so that they can cool down, even though they don't really want to be closed into this room, but I know that it's good for them, so that's my plan. I'm gonna edit, maybe do some yoga if I'm feeling alive like that. It was so nice to go in the ocean yesterday also. I feel like it was just refreshing, a little bit of the Atlantic Ocean just in your blood, you know? Good for the skin. Anyway, here's my cats. Look at how cute. This is Stella. Knocked out. Little chicken. And this is Princess Mama. Hi! Her name is just Mama, not Princess Mama, but she is the princess. Look at those paws. Hi, buddy. She wants to leave the room. I'm gonna be honest. It's almost 6 o'clock. I haven't done anything. I am laying in bed. Think about taking a nap. Did I edit my video yet? No. Did I film a new video yet? No. Typical behavior is I'll start it at 8 p.m. and finish at 1 a.m. probably, and then it'll be uploaded for tomorrow. Gotta get out of that habit. This is a very different kind of video than I've been making on my channel. So if you like this kind of video, especially where I'm posted up in bed, let me know in the comments. Good morning. Oh, it's 11:50. I got up around 11. I was up until like 2 editing last night, but I finished. What day is it? It's Wednesday, so I have a video going up today, and right now I am manually editing my subtitles because I'm too broke to pay somebody else to do it. And I am a subtitle user. I'm not hard of hearing, I just really like subtitles. And also I feel like it's important to be inclusive to the deaf community as much as possible, or the hard of hearing community, so I try to do it, but it does take a really long time. So I'm doing that right now. Today I'm gonna film. I'm convinced I'm gonna film for Friday, and that's my plan. Sort of a chill week. I'm trying to think what else is going on. I don't know if I've said this already, but if you're new here and you've made it this far in this video, please subscribe to my channel. I put out new videos every Wednesday and Friday about art and art related things, and sometimes not about that at all, but usually about that. And I'd love to have you here. So yeah, so today, filming. I don't have anything else planned. That's the plan. Yahoo! I just had a great idea that I think I'm gonna make a Skillshare class. I feel like I wasn't really sure what I would make a course on, but I just watched a video talking about how most creators for their first class on Skillshare make $200, and there is something that I really would like to teach that I feel very competent in that doesn't really have any courses on Skillshare teaching that yet, so I'm gonna keep that in my noggin. Keep on the lookout for that, because I basically just wrote out the whole lesson plan. So I'm excited. So now we're gonna set up to film. Hello again. What day is it now? It's Thursday now. Yesterday, I did not end up getting anything done by the time I was ready to film. I realized that my camera battery was dead, so I had to charge my battery. I have 2 batteries and both of them were dead. So I charged my batteries, and then I basically was a sleepy zombie by the time they were charged. So today, I was like, I'm gonna approach this day with a clear head. I was like, I'm gonna take it easy, and then I'm gonna get my stuff done. So I chilled for like an hour, drank my coffee, watched the L Word, and then I went for a run, which was good. It was very hot, but I brought some water today, so that was nice. Came back, took a shower, made my smoothie. Here we are, back with my smoothie. Strawberry banana today. And kale, because I got some kale the other day. Gotta sneak your vegetables in there. Protein, magnesium. The magnesium is lemon flavored, so it kind of gives a weird, like, tang. Not enough that it bothers me and I'm not gonna put it in. Like, I'd rather have my smoothie be a little tangy than drink that stuff by itself. It's not bad, it's better this way. So, now that I've done all that, now it's time to film. Now you may be wondering, Sophia, isn't it Thursday and you put a video up on Friday? That's right. So I gotta do this quick, huh? Trying to get back on top of things. Last night I ended up in like a rabbit hole of, I thought about that Skillshare class, and then I pretty much ended up in this like online teaching rabbit hole on YouTube, learning about teaching on Udemy, teaching on Skillshare, teaching on Teachable. But now I'm just like, I just started spinning out with like ideas and plans for the future. So I'm also thinking about starting a Patreon. I know I only have like 200 and something subscribers, so it seems a little early, but may as well start now, you know? Basically, I'm trying to figure out how I can afford to live my life, because since I've closed my business, I don't have the same income stream. So I'm trying to figure out ways that I can make money, and hopefully YouTube eventually will be that. I want to be transparent about the fact that I do plan on monetizing this channel, and part of my goal of making YouTube videos is monetizing this channel. And even though I do enjoy it, that is a goal, but I don't want to rely on that exclusively, and I've been trying to figure out ways to create passive revenue and diversify my income streams. So I'm really interested in the idea of Patreon and online teaching, and because I'm already using stuff like Redbubble, and I'm not really putting very meaningful work on there, but it's something, you know? So anyway, yeah, that led me down a little rabbit hole last night. But then I also tried to sit down and kind of write out the things that I want to manifest. I've done this once before. I think I did it. I was listening to a lot of Tim Ferriss for a while, and he had an interview with the woman who did Salt, Fat, Acid, Heat. I can't remember her name, but he had an interview with her, which was amazing. I will link down below. And she talked about basically having a manifestation journal, kind of, where she writes things down very specifically on her goals and how she wants them to work out. And they talked about how things happen. Like, you write them down specifically and then you check them off. And I had done that once, maybe in 2017 or 18, and then I just did it that one time and never did it again. So I kind of tried to sit down and come up with some ideas of what it is that I want to manifest going forward, because obviously right now, 2020, it's kind of we're all stuck in our situations. Not everybody, but me at least. I'm stuck in my situation for an indefinite period of time, so it's kind of figuring out my escape plan, and then beyond my escape plan, what's the plan? You know, like, how am I going to make money? What am I going to do with that money? What kind of life do I want to be leading? Because I originally moved back to New York from California, in part so that I could travel, so that I could spend 2020 traveling, which is funny, but also because I wanted to get a corporate job and I wanted to kind of go in the direction of working for somebody else. But now I'm rethinking that, because part of my interest in corporate work was the ability to work with people and learn from people and have a more collaborative work environment. But because everything's online now, you know, and probably will be for, that's been making me reconsider. And also, I think there is a really strong potential for a life made where you make money online. And while I made money running my business, I did not diversify my income as much as I should have at the time. So when that dried up, that was it. You know, I didn't really have a backup plan. So now I'm trying to figure out ways to do more of that. And now that I have no issues putting myself in front of the camera, which I did have issues with before, the world's your oyster with video marketing, baby. Anyway, I also found out yesterday that my residency, which is the first residency that I've ever gotten in Finland, which was originally scheduled to be in April and then got moved to June and then got moved to October, has now been rescheduled for April or May of 2021. So that's good, because I don't have to figure out how to get to Europe, and that means I still get to go. So I'm really excited about that. I paid my deposit, so, which means everything that I planned for 2020 is just gonna be postponed till 2021, which gives me all that time to build my digital revenue streams, baby. Let me know in the comments if this is interesting to you, like listening to me think about how I plan to make money, you know? Girls gotta make a living somehow, because unemployment ain't lasting forever. So yeah, I'm gonna do some carvings. I have a brayer and I have some ink, and I haven't used either of them. But by the time you see this, that video will already be up, so go check it out if you haven't watched it already. And then we'll just skip past this, I guess. Good talk. It is Saturday. So today is supposed to be the day that my magazine store officially closes. So I have some orders left to pack. So I'm going to print those orders and then basically go through the process with Squarespace of downgrading my site from a store to just a portfolio website, I guess. I also have to obviously pack those orders. One of the items in my shop that I sell is a mirror with a barbell with a rose coming out of it drawn on the mirror using a dremel, and those are made to order. I think I have to do 2 of those, so we'll work on that together. I really want to sit down and sort of plan out what I'm gonna do going forward for next week. I just haven't really had like a direction for a while, for like a couple weeks, and I want to just kind of go into the week with a little bit more intention. I'm watching Apple Cheeks' vlog, and that inspired me to remember to vlog. So the plan is I'm going to print my labels, go do some sort of exercise, come back, shower and all that good stuff, and then pack those orders and work on the Dremel stuff. I think now I'm also going to schedule out what I want to do next week first, just so I can like kind of get those ideas off my head. I also wanted to share some funny things. First of all, my dad brought this in. This is a sketchbook that was mine as a child. There's an early self-portrait, a rainbow with a pot of gold, I'm gonna assume. Living in the clouds. I guess there was some sort of coffee stain or something. Nice. Very serious skull and crossbow. Growth. We're seeing growth. A little Easter egg paint moment. Very cute. These are like some star stamps. We love to see it. And very patriotic moment. Not sure I feel the same. I mean, I love New York, but propaganda, early childhood propaganda is what I'm seeing here. And then that's it. I think that's all that's in this book. Ooh, something got torn out. Drama. Who knows what year this is? Probably like 2002. And then I was also watching some of Fran's stuff, and she talked about an ugly notebook, and I want one. I had never heard of that concept, ugly sketchbook. So I said, thank you, let it be bad, and enjoy. And I started it. So they're just like really ugly sketches. So it's nice. So yeah, so I'm gonna plan my week for next week. I want to try and come up with a plan for when I'm gonna film my Skillshare class that I'm gonna make / other classes.
My mind is playing tricks. I'm in the in-between, fighting over my head like a dead living, getting creep, getting out of my grave, 'cause my life I wanna keep, getting out of my grave, 'cause my life I wanna keep. But you're in dead living, getting out of his grave. It's normal if your senses are completely misbehaving. Yeah, you're in dead living, getting out of his grave. The only thing allowed is to consume life by living. And dead living in the in-between. What's your aim? What's your aim? My mind is playing tricks and unaways is bad and chill. Probably got over my head 'cause the water's very thick. I got sun in my pants and I keep going deep. I'm listening my veins. Now you're in dead living, getting out of his grave. It's normal if your senses are completely.
Okay, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. My name is Sophia Mitropoulos, and I will see you in the next one. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I'd love to have you here. Bye!